Hello guys, my name is Nick and you are watching The Sports Entertainer. Make sure you have subscribed to our channel with post notifications turned on so that you never miss out on one of our daily WWE videos. Well guys, there is a lot of drama going on behind the scenes in WWE following CM Punk's massive unexpected return at the Survivor Series 2023 Premium live event this past weekend. And while most wrestling fans are truly happy to see the cult of personality back in WWE, not all of the wrestlers backstage in WWE are happy whatsoever to see CM Punk back in the company, and at the top of that list would unquestionably have to be the current World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins. Although some wrestling fans feel as though Seth Rollins' reaction to CM Punk's return at Survivor Series was a work, or at least partly a work, and that Seth is not actually devastated to see CM Punk back in WWE like he made it out to be, according to one of our sources, the reaction that Seth Rollins had at Survivor Series was in fact genuine, and Rollins is actually as pissed off about CM Punk's return to WWE as he showed at Survivor Series. Although Seth Rollins does respect CM Punk for what he did in the business, and also what Punk did for his own career in years past, but Seth Rollins does not see eye to eye with CM Punk anymore whatsoever, and does not want to be working in the same place as Punk, hence why in that infamous interview not that long ago, where Seth Rollins was asked if he would be liking to see CM Punk or Phil Brooks back in WWE, Seth Rollins made it clear that he did not want that whatsoever, and that Punk was a very toxic individual who he did not want anywhere near the company he works, which is WWE. The reaction that Seth Rollins had to CM Punk's return has not surprisingly went viral, and it's really all wrestling fans can talk about right now in the aftermath of Survivor Series. It was truly shocking, and something that we as fans are not used to seeing. Wrestlers don't go off the script like that and lose control very often. Seth Rollins had to quite literally be restrained by Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and WWE referees to stop him from lunging towards the returning CM Punk. While Seth Rollins tried to assure fans in the days following, literally the next day at a WWE house show, that he wasn't going to be focusing on CM Punk and instead focus on the talent in WWE that had been here all along. According to a new breaking Backstage report, Seth Rollins is still furious with CM Punk's return behind the scenes, and blames Triple H and Vince McMahon for bringing him back, especially when Rollins feels Hunter and Vince only brought him back to boost TV ratings, and that they personally don't like CM Punk or really want him back, but are desperate for an attention grab in WWE. Rollins isn't having any of it whatsoever according to reports. Seth Rollins reportedly feels as though CM Punk is a very unprofessional guy and actually a bit of a hazard behind the scenes, given the way his run in AEW, All Elite Wrestling, unceremoniously ended, and Seth Rollins cannot believe that WWE would bring Punk back to the company after the way CM Punk was fired by Tony Khan and AEW. Seth Rollins apparently thinks that the fact that Tony Khan was willing to fire CM Punk should have sent warning signs to Vince McMahon and Triple H about ever bringing him back, because Rollins reportedly feels like Tony Khan was the biggest CM Punk supporter and would not simply let Punk walk away from AEW unless there was a serious reason to. So Seth Rollins is at a loss of words for why WWE still went ahead and brought CM Punk back to the company. Now what's further made Seth Rollins furious behind the scenes in WWE is that Rollins has become aware of the plans WWE have in place for CM Punk's return and where his direction will be headed, and Rollins has become aware that WWE plan for CM Punk to soon set his sights on his World Heavyweight Championship next year in 2024. A report from one source, Sports Illustrated, revealed just the other day that WWE planned for CM Punk to feud with both the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns and the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, but that the feud with Rollins would be happening first before Roman Reigns. And as shocking as it may sound, WWE apparently planned for CM Punk to be the superstar to put an end to Seth Rollins' World Heavyweight title run, which would likely occur at WrestleMania 40 next year in April. And Seth Rollins catching wind of these plans has reportedly infuriated Seth Rollins, and he has walked out of WWE following Monday Night Raw this week. Seth Rollins apparently got wind of these plans behind the scenes at Raw as more details emerged regarding the plans WWE have in place for CM Punk, and Seth Rollins could not handle hearing this whatsoever, and decided to walk out of the company after letting some of his frustrations out with Triple H. Now, whether or not Seth Rollins is going to be returning to WWE remains to be seen, and his status as the World Heavyweight Champion will obviously be up in the air if Rollins decides to walk out of WWE and stay gone, sort of like how Sasha Banks and Naomi did as the Women's Tag Team Champions. They eventually were forced by WWE to vacate the Women's Tag Team titles after walking out, and were eventually released from the company. Hopefully, Seth Rollins walking out from WWE is only a temporary thing, because whether he likes CM Punk on a personal level or not, a feud with CM Punk would be massive business not only for himself, but WWE as a whole. Seth Rollins versus CM Punk is the biggest feud WWE can put together on the Raw brand, so let's hope Seth Rollins will put his personal differences aside and return to WWE so that the feud with CM Punk can go ahead. But the fact that Rollins walked out of WWE after Raw this week isn't really all that surprising, because of the fact that Seth Rollins is so emotional right now when it comes to CM Punk's return. He did not want it to happen in the first place, and now Rollins knows he will be heavily involved with CM Punk's return storyline, likely with CM Punk eventually beating him for the World Heavyweight Championship. And when you look at the way Seth Rollins simply reacted to CM Punk's return to WWE at Survivor Series this past Saturday, before there were any talks of Rollins directly working with CM Punk, you can only imagine how Rollins would have reacted behind the scenes in WWE to realizing that he will be directly working a one-on-one program with CM Punk, where he will likely lose the World Heavyweight Championship to Punk. The guy Rollins feels abandoned WWE and should not get to just come back and be right at the top again and steal the spotlight of the stars like himself, putting in the work all of these years that CM Punk was gone. But unfortunately for Rollins, that is the reality right now in WWE. With all of this being said, what are your guys' thoughts on Seth Rollins reportedly walking out of WWE after realizing the company's plans for CM Punk that involve him? And do you feel Rollins is justified for being furious about all of this, to the point that he stormed out of WWE on Raw this week? Or should Rollins be okay with WWE planning for him to lose his world title to the guy he despises in CM Punk? As well, do you feel like Vince McMahon and Triple H may have made a mistake in bringing CM Punk back to WWE, and that they should have looked a bit closer at the way Punk's relationship with AEW, All Elite Wrestling, abruptly ended, because the same thing could possibly happen in WWE once the newness surrounding CM Punk's return wears off and Punk's attitude behind the scenes potentially starts becoming more apparent. Some fans feel like CM Punk coming back to WWE was a mistake, and let me know if you guys feel the same way. Make sure you guys sound off in the comment section down below, and do give us your thoughts and opinions on the matter. Thanks for watching The Sports Entertainer. Make sure you leave a like and comment, and also be sure that you hit that subscribe button for all of our daily WWE videos.